Hi everyone, let's go over my medium time frame and low time frame bullish and bearish Elliott Wave scenarios on Bitcoin, starting with the medium time frame bullish scenario, where we are still looking for more upside in either a wave 3 or a wave C after wave 1 or A has been finished, and now we're in a 3-wave corrective structure to finish wave 2 or wave B. There is 2 main target areas I'm looking for the end of wave 2 or B, and one is currently being tested, which is 29k. This area is important because if this area fails to hold price, then I'd be looking for a move to the downside to this blue box over here, sitting between 26.8k and 27.4k for then the necessary support for then a move to the upside. If you go to the bearish scenario, we are looking for deeper prices to the downside, where in an ABC expanding flat, this being a 3, 3 and then a 5-wave move, we're going to be looking to this target area for wave C between 23.4k and 22k, which is also in confluence with my blue support box that I have over here, sitting between 21.8k and 22.6k. After then, we expect continuation towards the upside. Now, this currently is, as it stands, still an alternative scenario, mainly because this wave 4 is very long in time, because in this wave B we are then looking for an expanding flat ABC. C is a 5-wave structure and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this wave 4 is 11 times longer than 2 and 4 times longer than wave 3, which is very rare. It's not something you see very often, so that's not preferred. I do now like to shortly inform you that I will be in London the coming 2 days, so content will be a bit more difficult, as I am a global keynote speaker and I have to speak in London on Wednesday, but I have to leave in a couple of minutes. So yeah, that's the reason why maybe in the upcoming 2 days you don't see as much content as you are used to, so therefore I just like to inform you in this video. Now also, if we look at the low time frame scenarios and we go to the bearish ABC scenario, which can eventually be bullish as we expect a move to the upside, we are then looking from this high to a 3-wave structure in a wave A 5-wave, a 3-wave WXY to end wave B for then a C to the downside. In this particular scenario, the most common target area for C is between the 1 and the 1.236, sitting between 28.2k and 27.6k. It is, however, above that support area I spoke about, between 26.8k and 27.4k. However, there's 2 rare targets for a wave C. One is being tested right now, which is the 0.618, and the other one is down here, that is the 1.618. And you can see that the blue support box is nicely positioned in between the 1.618 and the 1.236, and the 0.618 is being tested as we speak. So those again are important support areas for then a potential bounce for price towards the upside. Now this wave B did reject at the 382, taken from the high to the low of wave A, which is also what you want to see. The 382 is a common target for a wave B. It's a rare target for a wave 2, so that is always something to keep in mind. But also, if we look at the volume at the moment, volume so far has not been too impressive. This move down had a high amount of volume, and currently this move down as well as this move down has lower volume than the first structure. And if this is an impulse in a wave 1, 2, and then you're going to be looking for a bigger 3 to the downside, and then a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, you really want to see high volume coming in. But so far this volume is this candle over here, the first structure down, still has the most volume, which is not what you want to see in an impulse, as wave 3 usually, by far most commonly, has the highest volume in an impulsive structure. So it makes more sense for this move to the downside to either be a wave C or be a wave 5 that is still not finished, or is finished. That's the question, of course. So in this scenario, what we're looking at, which is a scenario which was proposed by Digda Trading in Discord, she was looking at the following, where you then have the blue count 1, 2, 3 sideways 4, and then looking for 5 to the downside, which I thought, hey, that's actually very interesting. So in this scenario, we then have a wave 1, 2, I counted a little bit differently. Then we have a 3, WXY in 4, retracing to the 382. That's absolutely fine. That's what we want to see. And then eventually looking for a wave 5 to the downside. There's different ways to calculate a target for a wave 5, and one of them is taking a trend-based fib from the high to the low of 3 to the high of 4, and then take the 0.618, which, as you can see, also has been very nicely respected indeed, right on top again of that 29k target area. So it is a very important target area for then potentially continuation to the upside. Has to be said that there is like this saying in trading as well in Bitcoin, where the first low is never the low and the first high high is never the high, that sort of stuff. So we made a low to the downside, and well, this was the first low, which never is the low. It has been taken again, so that's good. So this is at least the second low, which could hold or held for then a move to the upside. But again, this low could also potentially get swing failure pattern, like the low being taken, price however closing above. So if we take this, then take the low, close above, and move to the upside. We should definitely not forget about this potential scenario. But if candles are going to close below this candle over here, then yeah, I might be looking for a bit more downside. And it doesn't mean we have to go all the way to 27k, but that is definitely an area of interest. But as long as this support over here is holding, then, you know, upside is definitely on the cards. One of the big support areas that we have over here at the moment is the value area high of this volume profile over here. So it is a volume profile of this range over here. I just extended the different levels, and the value area high is currently being potentially backtested in a breakout, backtest, continuation type of move. If price takes that local low, finds respect inside this volume profile, then the probabilities are quite high to move to the point of control at 27.9 or all the way down at 26.2k. But of course, the point of control is the first area of support, which is in the middle of this support area and the support area where we are now. That does mean it first has to lose the local support area, right? We also have bullish CVD divergences, which means that shorts are being absorbed, market shorts by limit longs, for eventually a push to the upside. But if price moves to the downside, then the CVD divergences will just move with price to the downside. Only if this low over here is taken, the CVD divergences are going to be invalidated. And if we look very locally over here at what's going on regarding the CVD divergences, nothing's really like, yeah, we do have some bullish CVD divergences over here. We have a higher low on price, but we have a lower low on the CVD at the moment, and also on blue, lower low on the CVD. So we have bullish CVD divergences after this low has been made, price moving to the upside, creating some bullish CVD divergences over here. Doesn't mean again that the low is in per se, but at least we might see another push towards the upside. At the moment, it looks a bit three-wavy, potentially an ABC in here. But yeah, we have to wait and see how that develops, because we do have news this week. And this is what's important. We have news on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I might need, I have to speak in an event, so I can't really give you an update that day. But also on Thursday, 2:30 p.m., then I'm back, and also Friday, 2:30 p.m., where we have high-impact news. So make sure you trade safe around those hours. Finally, if you want to see my trip to England or any other trips, because I do have to travel regularly, check out my Instagram, which is this one over here. And yeah, just make sure that if you want to stay up to date, check this one out. Link is in the description and a pinned comment. And the probabilities, finally, well, on the medium time frame, looking for that bullish scenario, a move towards the upside. That is something that currently has the highest probability from an Elliott Wave point of view, either finding support where we are now for a move up, wicking the low and up, or if we close candles below, I'd be looking for a move to the downside, where also that point of control is an area of interest. We shouldn't forget about that. And on the lower time frame, yeah, the bearish ABC currently looks better than an impulse to the downside. And also, if we do have this scenario, then this wave 4 is very long compared to wave 2. Definitely not impossible, but because this wave 4 is quite long compared to a relatively short wave 2, I might favor this to be some ABC. But again, ABC or the wave 5, this is also a target for a C. This is also a target for wave 5. So, the price can just bounce here. That's absolutely fine. Common target for a C is down here, but this is a target nonetheless. If we look at the micro time frame I mentioned, we do have bullish CVD divergences over here, so this can be the beginning of a move to the upside, but it's all about observing. I'm very simple in this target area over here regarding what I'm looking for. Price is currently finding support right on top. By the way, look how nicely respected that 0.618, right on top of the 29k support area, which we already deemed for a long period of time to be an important support area. it's simple. If this one is lost, looking for downside, right? Like this is an important supporter. And if you see what you want to see locally, you see your entry requirements, your plan, your strategy, well, you can have a potential long scenario over here. It all depends on also your plan, your strategy, because we are eventually looking for upside. And this is one of the 2 support areas that is interesting for potentially a move to the upside. But take care this week with the news as well. I hope this video was helpful or valuable to you. Please check out the most recent educational video I've made about the best trading indicator you can use. And for now, thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'd like to see you at the next one. Bye bye.